Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to actually I'm going to be doing a build tutorial, and then I'm going to show you guys how to, you can fight any boss with it, but this is particularly for the final boss of Another Crab's Treasure. So the build you want to do, actually what I want to do here is I want to kill myself in game, obviously. And what you want to do is you want to go here, you want to press V, get that. So now you have the hammer and the shell. So for this build, we don't want these. These are for something else that I'm doing. So for this build, you're going to want to go over to the sinkers. You want sinker pluses. You want 3 specifically. They're a little hard to find, but I'm sure there's tutorials on YouTube on how to find them. But anyway, once you have found them, so first you want your adaptations to be mainly the tentacle, tactical tentacle at level 3 max. Because at level 1, it summons a tentacle of pure umami that attacks along with you as you swing your blade. It's like 2 to 3 hits per swing. So that's basically like 3 or 4 hits per time you hit. Sai in level 2 increases the size and summon duration is increased. And level 3 increases damage. The tentacle attacks heal Krill for a percentage of damage dealt. You can read it, obviously. And for the second adaptation, it doesn't really matter what you do. I usually have the Royal Wave on. But yeah, so with this, as I said, you want the 3 sinkers. This increases plus 35% balance damage, which is the little yellow bar underneath their health, that once it fills up and you hit them with an attack, after it fills up, they will get knocked over and you attack their weak spot via a skill tree ability. In other words, you're going to want to just have your skill tree completely maxed out by this time anyway, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so the next thing we're going to be looking at is the shell we'll be wearing is the knight's helmet. You can find this helmet in I will show you the place. I won't go to it, but I will show you it. You can find this shell if you go to the Old Ocean and you go I believe it's at the Lookout Tower or somewhere around here. Yeah, it's at the Lookout Tower. You go in the little building right here and you go on an obstacle course. You complete the obstacle course, and at the end of it is a Dark Souls Knight helmet, which is the exact shell you're going to need for this boss fight. And this shell has 350 shell health. It is the highest defense and highest shell health shell in the game, and it is a heavy shell, so you cannot dodge roll. You just flop on the ground. And it has the ability of Juggernaut. Juggernaut, for a brief duration, you can withstand all interrupts and knockdowns from enemies, so you are basically unblockable, and even while not blocking. And what this is good for is the not being able to be blocked. For, I counted out, it's about 5.5 to 6 seconds, give or take a half second, I guess. You also have the tactical tentacle, which heals you as you hit, so you don't lose any shield or health, because any shield or health that you lose gets healed back with the tentacle attacks, and the Juggernaut makes it to where you can't be blocked. And so with this, we're using the hammer ability, and we're just basically cycling between heavy and small attacks. And what you do is you just pop the tentacles, because the tentacles last for, I want to say, about 15 seconds, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. And the helmet or then the Juggernaut you pop right afterwards, and then you go straight into attacking, and it basically makes you near invincible. You can also pair this very well with Royal Wave for an AoE attack, and it's a lot cheaper than the tentacles, but the tentacles stay around longer. The Royal Wave is a one-time use, and then you have to use it again. Anyway, so now I will go through even down to the level. So it's not necessarily required. The only requirement here is really 30 attack, because it helps maximize the amount of damage you actually do. Resistance, not so much, and vitality, not so much. I just increased these to experiment with how high I could get my health. But really all you need is attack, because the sinkers do require 35 attack. So anyway, sinker pluses, not regular sinkers. Keep that in mind. So now we will go into the boss fight, and I'll just demonstrate what I'm referring to. Oh yeah. Don't want to spoil too much, just in case you haven't beat the game. Obviously I'm playing the final boss, but that's okay. I'll skip the dialogue, and we'll head over there. By the way, this build is so broken, I beat the boss in the first try, so it really is just that busted. So what you want to do is you want to pop that, then you want to pop this, and then you want to just start laying into him. You don't even have to hit him with the actual hammer itself. And then you can attack his weak point, and then you just repeat the process.
Check out what I can do!
Now, in this case, I don't have the tentacles, but that's fine because I'm unblockable. What you want to do with that sword attack is he will basically make you roll and just roll back into him. But that's just a tip, just in case you didn't realize. So here we go. I'm gonna do this. Get out of the way of that. I'm gonna do this, and I'm just going to start hitting him, because the tentacles do 90% of the damage. You're maybe hitting him sometimes with your actual blasts. It's insane. So here, and yeah, so this didn't happen the first time because but yeah, you just keep hitting him.
Downright overpowered.
Yeah, tell me about it. Now for this, I'm gonna switch to. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the way of that. By the way, this is my first instance of being on the game today. And so he's knocked down, and now you. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can I? Oh, okay. That was just unfortunate on my part.
It's
But yeah,
taking
no.
so long. Why haven't I won yet?
Oh yeah. Hard kill pod. It was a little more challenging this part because the randomization of his attacks was a little bit more random. Okay. You also want to focus on parrying a little bit.
No, Krill, wait! Don't put that on!
Shell's over here. And pick up a shell. And bada bing, bada boom. That's how you finish. I'll finish off Firth. It's the most broken build in the game because I've tried that before with the with just bare fork, just the regular bare fork.
No hard feelings, right?
And it didn't go over very well because the thing is, Firth is very fast, and what I've discovered in this game is that if you want to combat fast enemies, you gotta basically just you basically gotta be able to do more damage than them and be able to barrel through their attacks. You can't simply just like if you're slower than the enemy, you're gonna get messed up every time. But if you're able to attack them, regardless of whether they're attacking you, it doesn't really matter. And that's how you play. That's how you beat any boss in the game. You could do it that way for any boss. It doesn't matter. But Firth just happens to be the one that I'm able to replay due to the game not saving after you beat Firth, and you're not able to actually replay bosses. So yeah, that is, in my opinion, what is the most broken build in the game, and also, you know, how to use it. Before I leave, there is another variation of this build which you can also do. Now you do need vitality for this, but not much. So there's these C-star pluses. So I put on this one, that gives me extra health. Put on that one, that gives me extra health. Put on that one, gives me extra health. And now my health bar is almost as much as my shield health. Now when I first beat Firth, I actually used this to begin with, and basically just laid into him, and it was first try. Then I put on the sinkers and it went even quicker the second time. And so yeah, this game is awesome. It's amazing. This build is broken. I will say that as many times as I need to. It's broken, but it's so fun. It's so very fun. And yeah, so, but yeah, until they update the game to make it to where you can, you know, fight bosses over again, like you can like go to the boss locations and just replay the boss fight, kind of like in Super Mario Odyssey, where you could do with the towers at the end of the game, or on the Peach's Castle map. But yeah, so, but until then, Firth is the only boss I can really test any kind of build on, and so I think I'll just leave you guys with that. I will try to make more build videos in the future, but this one is a good start. Thanks for watching. Oh crap, I gotta do this. Gotta put it on the window in order to stop the video. But yeah, so I will be theory crafting more ways to wreck enemies in this game. Bye.